What sticks out to me mostly, the first day when we did our orientation. It was just meeting everybody there, as far as students and classmates, and having all of the professors there. Looking back at it, it just shows who we are from the beginning, and it shows all the faculty how much they want to give us, how much they want to provide for us, and everything they wanted to give us that day. It was for the next 3 years. We were just overwhelmed to understand it, I think, or just seeing it that way. But looking back at it, I can see their passion and their love for the students and how much they want to give. Other memories is in classes, when we did MNT, when we went to the hospital together. Food service for sure. We had a lot of fun there too, doing lunch power together with the faculty and the students all together. I think there's a lot of great memories all together.
What was the best part of lunch power?
Me doing all of the dishes.
Just getting to know the cohort and just along the way we all got to be really close, and I just really never experienced something like that in my classes where it was like we all grew together. And so I just really appreciate getting to know all of my cohort, getting to grow as a family. And also I went on a Peru trip this year. That was one of the best experiences of my life, just getting to also utilize the nutrition education that we've been learning all these years and getting to talk to the people as much as we can about things that they really didn't know about. And to us, it's almost like foundational, and to them, it's like getting to see like how their eyes were widening open about all of this like brand new information was really rewarding. And yeah, so those are a couple of my favorite memories.
I just kind of remember the first day when we were all in the kitchen, knowing nothing. But it was a new start. And we started to get to know one another, and we become kind of a family. And we walk around campus, it was so hot. We didn't know what we were doing that day, but it was kind of fun. And then it all started from there.
Honestly, as much as I hated it in the moment, I hated lunch power, but when we got to eat our meals after and enjoy all of our work for like 6 hours of cooking and cleaning, I think that was my favorite memory, just like eating lunch with everyone.
So many memories. I guess one of my favorite memories was a whole class as a whole, our senior seminar class. We did so many games and learned so much, and really prepared me later on. And we had a lot of fun. I think that was one of my favorite memories.
I have some really great memories of my trips to Peru, and I think the second trip was so special to have so many nutrition students involved. But I also had a great time going to Minnesota with Dr. B-Talk and representing our school for FNCE. It was so exciting to meet other students and tell them about how amazing Loma Linda is.
One that stands out to me is lunch power, when our entire cohort had to work together to create lunch for 120 people. I think that time really brought us together, just being in the kitchen for hours, cooking and cleaning. We had a lot of fun laughs. Poor Mariana was stuck with the dishes, but ultimately we had a lot of fun, and I think that bonded us as classmates.
I have so many favorite memories. It's really hard to pinpoint anything, and I'm sure I'm missing sometimes that were really fun. Two things that come to mind are, first of all, lunch power. I think all of us bonded over that. I don't know if it was fun at times and not fun at times. I think in the moment we all felt like it was a lot of hard work, but in the end we all look back at it with like very fond memories, and we had a lot of fun, over conversations during lunch power, and also seeing the fruits of our labor when the food came out at the end. And then another favorite memory of mine definitely comes from Dr. Naval's senior seminar class. We just laughed so much. I think that's the class that I laughed the most in. We just had so much fun with the games and all the questions, and we also learned a lot, but we just laughed a lot, and I think that's probably one of my favorite memories.
I think our faculty are really unique. Each person is very unique. You learn from each person something different. You can see all their passion with whatever they are doing, but it comes across to us and we learn from that. Being passionate with our patients, you learn that. Being learning, not just after we're done, we just finished our program and that's the end of learning. That's definitely not it. Many of them taught us to always search and learn more after graduation. It's just the beginning of our future. Graduation is not the end.
Memories from your time in the program.
My most favorite memory was definitely doing the Sims trips with some of my faculty, which was with Chef and Dr. Talk, as well as the nutrition students that were able to come. But I was most most memorable was when we were able to go to Peru.
Definitely their kindness. They always encourage us to come to them if we have any problems or questions, or if we just want to talk. They always said their doors are wide open for us, and that's something I feel like is rare, and I really appreciated this whole program.
How caring every single professor is, and Mary Kay, just they care so much about every single student, and they'll take their time with me if I have questions or if I have any problems. They'll be there and make sure that everything is okay until it's okay.
You know, I appreciate the honesty the most. You know, like I think it's very easy from like an outside perspective to, you know, think that you're gonna come in here and you're gonna get maybe proselytized, or maybe they're going to push veganism or vegetarianism on you, or maybe that the curriculum is going to be slanted or biased towards that way. But it wasn't like that at all. It was very fair and very honest.
I appreciate so much about our faculty. I brag about them all the time, how supportive and caring they are, that I have all of their phone numbers, and I know if I need help with something professional or personal, I could call any of them and be able to talk.
What I really appreciate about the faculty in this program is how student-oriented they are, and how they just have an open door policy, and they are available anytime if you need to vent or chat or just, hang out. I really appreciate how they're there for all the students.
They're just the most genuine people with the kindest hearts, and that's the best way to describe it. They're just genuine and kind, and I don't think I've ever felt more accepted and comfortable around a group of people who are my mentors and here to teach me and to learn from, and I respect them all so much and all the knowledge that they have to offer.
Your career?
I think from each professor I learned something different. Just being passionate with our clients or our patients, learning after graduation, pursuing research and learning more, is just, each one gave us a lot.
Really, their dedication on inspiring us to really appreciate nutrition and just really how we can better ourselves for in the future to be how to set the example in being professionals.
Definitely, I've been told don't overthink it a lot. Every professor is just been telling us trust your gut and do your absolute best with the knowledge that you have at this time. And I feel like that's something I can definitely use as I prepare for my career and definitely with my career.
Yes, I've had a lot of advice from a lot of different professors, but I think the one that stuck with me the most was from Dr. Naval. She told me to not be fearful and to, allow God to guide me through the fear, and that I can definitely do, what I was supposed to do, as long as I don't have that fear.
A piece of advice that I think I would carry through my career would be from a couple people. I think Dr. Foster Nicholas would tell me not to overthink it. And Mrs. Cush has such a great sense of humor that I'll always look for a sense of humor throughout my day and keeping people laughing.
So a piece of advice that stood out to me was that nutrition isn't just education. It involves empathy and understanding the person. It's more of a relationship and not just to educate. And I think that really stood out to me, especially in Dr. Naval's nutrition counseling class, where we learned how to empathize and really connect with the people we were doing nutrition counseling with.
Yes, and it still sticks to me to this day. I will always remember first year in Dr. Foster Nicholas's MNT1 class. We were working on PES statements, and when it always came down to, she would always, give us her look and then also say, can you change that? Because we would always decide on PS statements about things that as a dietitian you can't change. And that really just has always stuck with me. Every time I do a PS statement or think about what can I as a dietitian change, and I've thought about it all the way through my rotations and then also when I'm taking the RD exam. So Dr. Foster, you will be with me in that piece of advice for the rest of my career.
Mrs. Cush was so helpful with our research. She's our principal investigator, and we've never done anything like this research before, and it was such a lengthy process, and it had so much, there was so much to do with it, and there were so many challenges that we had to face with it, and she was always there for us, even if it was over the weekend or at night. If we had a problem or a question, she would give us a call right there, or she'd schedule a meeting when it was maybe even inconvenient for her. Oh my gosh, she's walking right now. And but she's just been incredible for helping us through all of the challenges that we had to face with that, which there were a lot.
Definitely. So there was a specific quarter where I was not doing that well, that it did put me on academic probation. But having the constant meetings with my advisor and just checking up just to make sure how's everything, is there any trouble, that really did help me really be more engaged and more focused on my studies to improve and getting out of academic probation, actually.
I think Mrs. Cush definitely helped a lot. Just her patience and her compassion. She's so compassionate and kind. When I had a little difficulty during my clinical rotations with commuting, it was very emotional and hard, and I felt comfortable to reach out to Mrs. Cush and tell her how I was feeling, and she was there to support me. So I really appreciate, not just her, but everyone else would do the same for me too.
Class. This is actually quite interesting because it wasn't even in a class. So one time I think we went to Professor Woosley's class, and then we were having a conversation about a documentary, and she challenged me on something, and I had an answer to come back, but I sort of froze on speaking back because I felt that, it wasn't that I wasn't equipped enough, or I wasn't in the right position to sort of, have a conversation back and forth. But going forward, we had another class with her, and it really brought out my ability to respond back and to, really have a conversation thoroughly rather than freezing up when I get challenged. So thank you, Professor Woosley.
So there are so many different stories that I could tell, but at the end of the day, I don't think I would be here without some of the faculty that Dr. Naval has changed my life. She helped me with a diagnosis and really walked me through it. And when I was really sick, I was too scared to go to oncology appointments, and Mrs. Cush took me. I didn't tell my family about it yet, but it was just so nice to have someone here that knew me and loved me and took care of me, that I mean it, that this faculty has become my family.
I think there's a lot of things I'm going to look back on and be like, wow, yes, I'm going to take that with me for the rest of my career. It's really hard to think of one thing that comes to mind. I definitely would not be here without Mrs. Cush. I definitely cried a lot of tears in her office in first year, and I think I wouldn't be here thriving in this program if it wasn't for her kindness and her listening to me and being there for me when things were hard. I'm going to cry. And then also just like professional development. Last quarter we took the contemporary issues and dietetics class from Mrs. Cush and Mrs. Weasley, and the conversations that we had in that class were so formative, and I grew the most professionally than I have in any other class in this program. And I'm just so thankful for Mrs. Weasley and Mrs. Cush for creating a space in which we all felt comfortable to share what we thought, our beliefs, and then also to learn more from each other. It is just I feel like we had some very beautiful moments in that class. And yeah, I definitely grew a lot professionally in that class.
I think I'll miss just being a family, all of us together, classmates. We learned so much about each other. We lived together for 3 years. The professors too. They are our professors, but at the same time, we feel like they are our family too. Our cohort was small, and it gave us a unique perspective. We were all close to each other, and we helped each other all the time. The same with our professors. It's just a unique situation for all of us, and I'm definitely going to miss all of it.
Definitely my cohort. I just feel like we really grew together. We did everything. We went through it all together and encouraged each other and helped each other when we had questions, and we're just always there for each other. And it was never every man for themselves, but we were a team, and I'm really going to miss that.
I think because my background was a little bit different, so coming back to school and being a student again is a very interesting experience for me, and it's a special environment, so it gave me a chance to adapt to this country, and I got to make friends, and I learned to slow down and take grace, and yeah, it's just I appreciate that.
My friends. My friends. I made a lot of good friends, and every person in my cohort has been amazing and nice, and there's never been any drama, and it's just been such a smooth sailing 3 years. So, and the faculty, of course. I'm gonna miss everybody that I met at Loma Linda.
I'd have to say, just everything. I mean, I know you're asking for one thing. I guess if I was to say one thing, just the people, the staff, the students, really felt like family, and I really felt welcomed. So I would say that.
Something I think I'm going to miss most about being a student is our cohort. I think we had such a dream team, and we all really got along. But I loved the fact that I got into student leadership. I loved being an officer for the School of Allied Health and helping put events on for the whole school. I loved being in Taste Buds and starting a club here on campus and getting other people involved and meeting other programs. And NCSA is pretty cool.
One thing I will miss a lot about being a student in this program is the community we have built. I feel like our cohort and our faculty have turned into one big family, and I'm really going to miss everyone and just seeing everyone every week.
my classmates and the professors and just learning from them. I've learned a lot from both my classmates and my professors, and I will just miss constantly learning new things from other people. Oh, I'll also miss just like our family. I think a lot of people have said that, but our family, we have truly become a family in this cohort, and it's a little sad because we're all gonna kind of break away after this, but I'll miss everyone.
My cohort and definitely the professors, because at the end of the day, we were a family till the very end. And unfortunately, as family grows, we also have to expand. So we'll be definitely in different parts of around the world, honestly, but definitely the family aspect.
I just want to thank all of them as a whole. It's very emotional time for me. It was really hard doing the program for 3 years away from my kids and my family, and everybody was very supportive, my classmates and my professors, and I really appreciate that. I will always remember all the faculty and how much they supported me with that.
I want to thank the faculty for their patience, their dedication, and the knowledge of nutrition they inspired in us so that we can continue bringing that knowledge to our clients, our patients, and our family.
Show your appreciation.
Just a huge thank you, and I appreciate you, and I genuinely love all of you for just being there for us and helping us get to where we are, and we literally wouldn't be here without all of you, so thank you.
I think the professors here are genuinely caring, and they're very kind to us, and they always want to help us, and they want to see us grow as a person, and they want us to succeed in our career, and they always try to get us together and try to get us to whatever difficulties we have. And yeah, at the end, I just appreciate that the faculties, the professors, the students, we're all together. We all go through this together.
Thank you, everybody, for taking a chance on me, for seeing what I could be, and helping me move forward on achieving my full potential.
I think one last message for our professors to show our appreciation is that you guys are more than my faculty or my family.
And I just want to say thank you to all the professors who have poured into me over the past 3 years. Your dedication into teaching me and making me a better professional. I am a better person than I was 3 years ago because of your efforts and your help, and I want to thank you.
Just thank you. There's no better words to say thank you than just thank you. I'm so grateful and appreciative for all your support. I definitely would have not grown as much as I have in this program if it wasn't for all of you and your constant support. I've wanted to get involved in so many things, and you guys have always just been so excited to support me through those things, and also just be there and offer advice and support. And so I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.